Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Physics with Rishikesh. In this video, I will explain the concept of path function and state function. This is basically an important topic in thermodynamics. If you like my channel, please subscribe it, share it with your friends. If you like the whole video, then please hit the like button and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Let's start. There are many thermodynamic functions. We can classify them in two parts. Number one, path function and state function. Now let us see what is the definition of path function and state function. First of all, we will see the definition of state function. State function. Which functions are state functions? It is a function that depends on the initial state and the final state of a system. Let us write the definition. It is a function that depends on the initial state and final state of a system. Now, what are the examples of state function? Internal energy, enthalpy, entropy or change in entropy, density, mass, these are the examples of state function. Let us repeat. Internal energy, mass, density, entropy, enthalpy, these are the examples of state function. Now let us see the definition of path function. Path function. Path functions are those functions that depend on the path taken to reach the specific point. Let us write this. It is a function that depends on the path taken to reach the specific point. I will explain it. Now let us see what are the examples of path function. Path functions are heat, work, etc. Suppose there is a mountain. This is my mountain of height h. Suppose a man is standing at the foot of the mountain and I wish to take him at the peak of the mountain. Then what is the potential energy of the man when he is standing at the foot of the mountain? Here the potential energy of the man is mgh, but here the height h is actually 0. That means its potential energy is 0. But when he is at the peak of the mountain, the potential energy stored in the man is mgh. Now what is the work done? Suppose I took the man by following this path. This is my path 1. Another path can be what? I take him through a zigzag way by following this path, and this is my path 2. Then in path 1 the work done is obviously less than that in path 2. That means the work done depends on the path. Okay, hence the work done is path function, but whichever path you follow, the potential energy stored in the man at height h, that means at the peak of the mountain, is mgh, no matter in what path he is taken to the peak. That means the potential energy does not depend on the path, rather it is a function of the state. That means the potential energy at the initial position is 0 and at the final position is mgh, hence it is a state function. Clear? Okay, now I have told you that the internal energy or the change in internal energy is a state function. That means if I plot a graph between P and V, this is my P versus V curve, and suppose these are 2 points, A is the initial point and B is the final point, and you took a system by following these 2 paths. This is my path 1 and this is my path 2. In that case, the change in internal energy in both the path are equal. That means delta U1 equal to delta U2, where delta U1 is the change in internal energy in path 1 and delta U2 is the change in internal energy in path 2. Okay, now the work done is a path function. Suppose I have again drawn a P versus V graph. In this graph, A is my initial point and B is my final point, and I follow these 2 paths. This is my path 1 and this is my path 2. Here in this case, W1 is not equal to W2. Why? These 2 paths are unequal and work done is a path function. It depends on the path taken to reach the final state. Okay, let us see the differences between state function and path function. One difference is their definition. That is, the state function depends on the initial state and final state of the system, and path function, it does not depend on the initial state and final state of the system, but it depends on the path taken to reach the final state. Second difference is state function is always an exact differential. State functions are always exact differentials. Hence, we can write du, dh, etc. But path functions are inexact differentials. Path functions are inexact differentials. Hence, we have to write delta W, delta Q. Third difference is state functions can be integrated using the final and initial values. State functions are those functions that depend on the initial and final values of the system. Hence, we have to integrate over the initial value and the final value of the system. But as path functions depend on the path through which the specific point or the final state are reached, hence in case of the path functions, we need multiple integrals and integration limits in order to integrate. path functions need multiple integrals and integration limits in order to integrate. Since it does not depend on the initial and final state of the system, it always depends on the path through which the final state is reached. Hence, we have to consider the total path in infinitesimal small paths, and hence we need multiple integrals and the integration limits to integrate the function. These are the three differences between the path function and the state functions, and I have explained here clearly the definition and the examples of both the path function and state function. I hope this will help students to understand the concept of path function and state function, and if you have faced any problems regarding this, you can comment me in the comment section. I will solve your problems. Thank you.